What is going on, football fans? Back at it with another New York Giants video as Daniel Jones and Pat Shurmur came out with some very telling quotes as they just finished up their press conference meetings. Obviously asked questions about this week's game and Daniel Jones' first start as a New York Giant at the quarterback position. And this is a huge, huge week for Pat and Daniel Jones alike. I'm sure they're both excited as Pat hopes to coach this guy for the next 7 or 8 years, much like Coughlin did for Eli Manning. But let's jump into the quotes off of both of these New York Giants. We will start with Pat Shurmur, the head coach for the Giants, who, of course, this week announced Daniel Jones to be the starter, and, he'll be replacing Eli Manning. And here's the first question. He was asked about the situation. He said, "We do everything we can to win football games, and at this point, we feel like he's the guy we want to move forward with." I mean, this is kind of a politically correct way of saying we think Daniel Jones gives us a better chance to win football games. That's the way I read that. Next quote. Pat Shurmur once thought Eli Manning has years remaining, and now I think he can play in the league, but we're making a change for us. Now, read this the way you want. Maybe he thinks that the Giants are headed in a rebuild situation, and he thinks Daniel Jones better fits that. Or maybe he thinks that Eli Manning can't get it done anymore as a starter. Read it how you want. Next quote. "It was my gut. It was time to make the move." When asked about making the switch to Daniel Jones. When you draft the guy 6th overall, it was going to happen eventually. I mean, that's pretty obvious. We all knew it was going to happen unless Eli Manning had a great year. The team went 11-5, 12-4, much like the Kansas City Chiefs did with Alex Smith when Pat Mahomes was the backup. But when you start 0-2 and you have a quarterback with a lot of promise and a quarterback who has not gotten it done, and not to say it's Eli Manning's fault or, partially his fault, but not, I don't give him the full blame. But, they've had a losing season, 6 out of the last 7 years. So we all knew there was going to be a lot of pressure coming into this season. Next quote. "Is Daniel Jones the better quarterback right now? Daniel Jones is ready to play, and he's the guy we're going with. Yes, we do everything we can to win football games, and he's the guy we're going with." Same thing he said earlier. It's, he's being asked it more directly, but it's the same thing. He believes that Daniel Jones gives this team the best chance to win at this point in time. And Giants fans, let's hope he's right. And then final. Actually, no, that doesn't. Now we will jump to some of the quotes off the mouth of Daniel Jones, and these are more short and sweet and just displaying some confidence. Here's the first quote. When asked if he was ready to play, 3 simple words, Daniel Jones said, "I feel ready." Here's the next quote from Daniel. Daniel Jones on his first conversation with Eli Manning after the switch. "Eli was nothing but supportive of me. He's been that way since I've gotten here." And that's all we've read. Even when he was in college at Duke, that's all we read. Eli Manning, that's why they brought him in. They had a great connection there with the same coach there in Cutcliffe. So that's why, that's a big reason why I think they drafted Daniel Jones. They thought that it would be an easy transition. Here's the next quote. Same thing as before, when asked if he felt ready. "I feel I'm ready to embrace it in terms of, being the starting quarterback for the New York Giants." And here's the next quote. "I'm confident. I feel good about my progress. I certainly understand I have a lot to learn." And he does. I mean, they always say you can't judge a quarterback until his second year, and there's a reason for that. The NFL game is completely different from the college game. So, there's the quote there. And then that does it, guys. So those are the quotes from both Daniel Jones and Pat Shurmur. Daniel Jones said all the right things. He said that Eli Manning's been great in the transition. He said he's very confident. And Pat Shurmur said that he believes that Daniel Jones gives this team the best chance to win on Sunday. And we're going to find out, Hopefully Daniel Jones goes out there and he tears this Tampa Bay Bucs defense to shreds. And if he doesn't, we got to stick with him. Because once you make this change, there's no going back. So good luck, Daniel. Good luck, New York Giants. And get us a win this Sunday. As always, if you liked what you watched, please subscribe. Drop a comment. Maybe give me a little thumbs up. Cheers.